Talking about harassment and men being and men harassing women.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
So,
I'm the one that gets
I'm joking.
harassed. Ah.
I've been
just want
harassed
to
at
ask,
work.
like, you know, like the like harassment culture, like the abusive culture, like rape culture and stuff. Do you feel like men, like, so in within, I don't know, how do I phrase this? Do you think that men enable it? Like, if you spot that your friend has, like, he's harassing somebody else, like, what would you say to your friend?
I wouldn't have friends that harass girls.
But if
That's
you
weird.
did end up
What?
like making friends with somebody,
I think it's more common than you think.
yeah.
But I like, okay, I don't think like normal guys would make it something normal to talk about with their friends. Because I think that's weird. For me, that's weird.
Okay,
like,
let me
you know what
ask
I'm
the
saying?
question properly,
Go on.
right? So, do you think that you would call your friends out if you spotted it? So
Yeah, I would.
If your friends, like, obviously you didn't know that your friend had the tendency until one day you find out one day, like, you could be friends with somebody for 5 years and they might not harass somebody, they might not rape somebody, but one day they actually
start acting
or they're
behaving
showing
in that
like
way.
they've got
Yeah,
tendencies.
yeah.
Like, what would you do? Like,
I'll tell them straight that like you need to stop, you need to quit, bro. Like, because the reason why I know I would do that definitely, because even like guys that I know that, you know, they're interested in girls that are not necessarily interested back, and they're texting and calling her, I'll just, bruv, let it go, bruv. She's not on it, bruv. It's done.
Yeah.
Move on, fam.
You're
You
like-
know
you're
I'm
hot.
like that. That's
His
what I would
whole
be like.
thing is basically like, don't put energy into women that like don't want you.
Yeah.
So how can you not read the signs of someone not wanting you?
Yeah,
anyway?
like how and why are you
It's
still
very
persisting? You're
bizarre.
looking stupid yourself, and yeah, that is unhealthy. You know what I'm saying?
I think that men do definitely encourage it, and I think that they encourage it in really subtle ways, like to begin with, and then that's why I say, like, are you sure you would call it out? Because I think it's almost normalized to a sense that it's hard to spot. For example, there was somebody that wanted to take me out on a date. I let him take me out on a date, and I told him categorically, I'm not interested in you, but because you keep asking
Before you
me-
went on the date?
Before I went on the date, I said, I don't like you, I'm not interested, but if you want to take, not like it's fine, but I was like, but I don't, I'm just telling you now, I'm not interested.
It's gonna take for
If
you
it-
to get off my back.
Like, I'll go out with you. He was like, cool. So we went out. Then he wanted to take me out again. But I was like, I'm not coming to London this weekend. Da, 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 da. He was insisting that he would drive from London to Northampton to pick me up, bring me back to London to go out, and then drop me back to
Why
Northampton.
can't we just have the date in Northampton?
Unless you, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm not calling you the R words, yeah, just so not to add shock value.
What's the R word?
No,
I'm not calling. I'm not.
Oh, I
yeah,
said
yeah.
racist.
I'm
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
change the C
I'm not
around,
calling you
right?
an aggressor. Let's just say
Oh,
that.
okay.
But really and truly, you want to drive an hour and a half here, an hour and a half back, and then take me back for an hour and a half, and then come back yourself. That is 6 hours of driving. Let's really
okay,
Let's really analyze what you want to happen. You want to pick me up, bring me to your space, and then be like, "Oh, I can't take you back," or just stay over, or just do this. Stop trying to coerce me
that's
into
true,
doing anything.
that's
I'm
true.
28 years old at the time. I'm 28 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 29 now. If I want to sleep with you, my guy, I will sleep with you.
Yeah.
And I'll do it with my chest. And I'll do it proudly. You don't need to be suggesting all this.
Yeah.
Why would you pick
Because
me
some
up?
guys would be like, "Oh no, keep on." Okay, yeah, no, sorry, I don't want to change the topic.
No,
just
carry
like-
on.
But like, just from what you were saying as well, I thought you might not know that your friends are encouraging it, because it could be like, "Oh, I'm asking you out on a
Exactly,
date."
but this is
no,
really
show
what
her
they're
your
doing.
car.
That's what I'm saying,
No,
that-
show her your watch. No, show her that you can take her out on expensive dates or buy her expensive. You think that you
Keep-
can?
yeah.
But that's
like,
the
keep
thing.
trying,
As a
keep
guy, you're
trying.
not gonna know exactly what your friends are doing. Like,
But don't
what
like
they're
that.
actually
Yeah.
really doing. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's like when guys talk about, oh yeah, I met this girl and I said this and I said that, when really he didn't say that. He was a completely different person. So it's like, obviously, if I see the signs that the guy is being a bit too much, he's doing too much and being extra, obviously I'm gonna say, bruv, like, she's not on it. Like, allow it, innit? Like, just move on.
Exactly.
Simple, innit?
Fair enough.
Because
yeah.
that in itself is like, I don't want to go as far as to say a violation, but like, if someone has told you categorically they're not interested or shown you signs that they're not interested, I had to change my number this year because somebody just would not get the hint. I'm like,
mad.
leave me alone. Like, stop messaging me. He would message and call me from different numbers all the time.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'm
there's guys like
it's
that.
actually
Yeah,
harassment. Like, stop it. Like, if someone wants to be around you, they will be around
Oh,
you.
imagine you had to change your number.
I had to change my number, and not just because of him,
That's
because people just kept
inconvenient.
like popping up randomly, like from my past, and I had my number for a long time. But he really like took the piss. I was just like, stop contacting me, stop reacting to my stories, stop doing this, stop doing that. Then I would be like liking stuff on Burna Boy's page or commenting on Burna Boy's pictures, and this guy would be liking my comments under Burna Boy's pictures. Leave me!
No, that's extreme.
That's funny,
I don't
man.
want
That's
you.
extreme.
Oh,
Hey,
so
the camera's
jarring.
off, man.
No, but we can still keep talking. It's fine. All right, Big Mike. Back.
Listen, someone's gotta take charge,
that means
bruv.
maybe you belong to behind the scenes then, since you want to get involved in the behind the
sorry,
scenes stuff.
man. I
But
mean-
what I was gonna say as well, like, okay, that's one part of it. But also, if your friend was in a relationship and you noticed that he was abusive towards his girlfriend, what would you? How would you?
No, I would say
Go
like
about
I would
that?
be like, raw, like that's mad. Isn't
Like
it?
verbally.
I would say,
however.
no, the only way is verbally.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, I don't know.
No, if he was verbally abusive or like hitting her, however.
No, I couldn't be down with any of that.
Yeah,
shit, bro. Like,
yeah.
And this is the thing. Like, I wouldn't have friends like that.
Do you think
What
but
if
do you
it was
think abuse?
allegations, like-
But an abuse. Oh yeah, no,
Allegations.
no,
So,
we're
for
talking about
example,
sexual
you
assault.
have never seen him do that, but you know that your friend. So sometimes when someone is abusive, like you can probably spot certain things in them and say, okay, maybe they can do it.
They're capable
Maybe
of
like
it,
he's
yeah.
erratic, or maybe someone who's just
Quick-tempered.
they just show certain things around you, but you've actually never seen him being abusive to his girlfriend, and the girl comes out with a story of, oh, like he's actually being abusive to me and trying to like show like messages and stuff. How would you treat that situation? Because that's your friend that you've
I'll
known,
treat it.
you've never seen him hit her, but she's got proof, almost like proof that is
Has she got proof or she ain't got
proof, like text messages.
She has
and
got
stuff.
proof.
She's got proof.
Then it is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Like if the proof is there, but if there's no proof, then it's just his word and her word against each other. And I'm not
Even if
I'm
there
not
was
gonna
no
I'm not
proof, how
gonna
would
jump
you
to
treat
one
that?
side, bro.
How would you treat the situation? Like,
I'll treat it as there's this allegation, and bro, you need to deal with that, bro, because
Would you still be
that is
friends?
a serious allegation, bro.
Could you still be friends with someone like, not in like a judgy way, but could you still be friends with someone like that?
And there's no concrete evidence.
No, let's say there's concrete.
There
evidence.
is concrete evidence. Then I'd have to kind of distance myself.
yeah. I was gonna say
because that reflects on me as well.
That's
like,
understandable.
Oh, that's your friend.
I feel like there's like, first of all, I think that we should always not abandon people. Like,
Yeah.
I used to think before that, okay, cut them off. But that's not solving anything, because these people are still going back into society and they're not going to be rehabilitated. And everyone's just going to push them away, and they'll probably be a bigger monster. So I feel like what they're doing, like, really let them understand that that's disgusting, that's horrible, whatever. But still show them how they can be helped, kind of like.
But how can they be helped?
If they can't be helped, then that's it. Then you've done your best.
Because
Like,
this is the thing. Like, I think a lot of, for example, with the example that I gave with the guy that was just like offering to drive mad hours, we obviously you can see logically that it doesn't make sense. So you must have an ulterior motive. If he was then to go back to his friends and say, can you imagine? I even offered to pick her up. I even offered to bring her back.
they won't. Will they question?
They may
that?
not question that. And even if they don't question that, what you said was key about just highlighting what men can do. A simple thing a guy can do to kind of like stop your friends from being predators is remind them, stop chasing girls that don't want you.
That's what I do all the time.
I know.
No, she backs you.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm saying
confirm.
it's the easiest
What,
thing.
you're not chasing people that...
Because
you're chasing
realistically,
people that are joking.
No, not him. I'm not saying him. I'm
joking.
saying he knows what I'm like.
Guys,
innit? Like, he knows what I'm like.
if guys
You trying
are
to cause problems,
perpetuating, if guys in general are perpetuating the notion that, nah, trust me, just wear her down. It's already like
she wants you to chase her.
She
You
wants
want
you to
nah,
chase her.
bruv.
No.
It's
Obviously,
a lie,
wait.
Listen,
Obviously,
bruh.
within reason.
Listen, bruh. Listen, yeah. If the girl is not showing you any kind of cooperation, dead it, bruv.
Obviously,
I don't
that
care,
person
bruv.
does
All
not
that playing hard
understand-
to get,
you don't
it's a
understand
myth, bruv.
women.
It
Girls
is
know.
to
A
an
girl
extent,
knows if
yeah.
she likes you
To
straight
be
away,
honest,
bruv.
yeah.
On straight away.
It's
Bruv,
true.
don't- this hard to get. It's a fairy tale, bruv.
Oh my
it's a
God,
lie.
that's so true.
It
What I'm
is
saying,
true.
bruv.
The
So
hard to get
realistically, men,
notion.
yeah, save your own self from any allegation.
Or like, oh no, go
and
to the
only
gym.
go to those like
to the
you.
gym. Like, why are you going to the gym? Because you want to get that one
This
girl.
will
Like,
save
that's
you.
dead.
This will save you from looking stupid, getting finessed, and any possible allegations, bruv. If a girl's acting like she's not interested, just
She's
take
not
yourself
interested.
out of this
And do you know what?
situation
Yeah,
and stop, bruv.
it's even sad that in 2020 we have to treat sexual aggression or sexual assault as for your own sake as a man. 'Cause
Yeah,
I feel like
because
men don't even.
what about
not
the
you.
woman?
What about the woman?
Yeah.
So we can't even. We have to teach it in a way that is
Yeah.
reflected on you as a guy,
Yeah, for you
as
to
the
understand
pinnacle
it.
for you to understand.
For you to
If you don't want to look
understand it.
dumb and if you don't want allegations,
Yeah.
leave her the
Leave
hell
her
alone.
Yes,
Because
Jake.
allegations will come up. Oh no. Anyway, like
Dealing with girls, listen, dealing with girls that
Cuz
don't
I'm
have
sorry,
high
yeah.
interest in you is silly, bruv.
And also, like with sex and consent, the line is so not blurry, but
it's vague,
anything
yeah.
can
Yep.
be. You can
someone
sleep
can
with
be
someone
doing it
consensually,
and they didn't give consent.
if you're,
but they're still
exactly.
doing it. Like,
or you could, if you're coerced into sex,
yeah.
that's rape.
Yeah.
If you
There's
sleep with
manipulation.
have a couple
There's
drinks and
manipulation
that.
as well.
yeah,
Yeah, like,
if you
bruv.
sleep with a woman,
Manipulation.
if you, for example, there are places that if you sleep with a sex worker and you don't pay her, that's it. That's rape. I'm sorry, you've told the person, I'm going to pay you for your services. And then you sleep with that person that you don't pay her. You've tricked her
That's
into sleeping with you.
true.
That is rape. Otherwise, she would not have slept with you. If no one's going to sleep with you under... Think of
That's
this.
not rape.
Yes, it is.
technically.
No, it
That's-
is. It's sexual...
Do you think that's
it's
rape?
That's
wait,
basically-
sorry, let me define it properly. It's sexual coercion because you're actually tricking the person.
Yeah,
into sleeping with you.
but that's not
However,
rape, though.
however,
That's a different thing.
However, if you have to use tactics to sleep with somebody, period.
Oh my god.
Why is that?
I don't think that's
why
technically-
were you straight
Why
up
is it?
I understand where you're coming
Why
from, but
is
I'm
it
saying
not?
that's not
Why
rape.
is it
Rape
not?
is a physical. It's more of a physical.
Okay, let me
Rape
get
by
out the...
definition-
You use the physical
rape-
force to take
no.
it.
Rape
That's
by-
the way
Okay,
I've
no, no,
always
no.
thought of it.
Yeah,
innit?
okay, cool. That's the way you think of it. But rape by definition is penetration, unwanted penetration. You can stick your finger in somebody's vagina and it's rape.
Yeah, but you're saying in your example, you're saying a sex worker.
Oh, okay. So
You
rape
get what I'm
is a
saying?
type of sexual assault, usually involving sexual intercourse or other forms of sexual penetration
Penetration.
carried out against a person without that person's consent.
Without the
Without
person.
The
that
act
person's
may be
consent.
carried out by
Exactly.
physical force, coercion, abuse of authority,
Exactly.
or against the
That's
person
what I
who is
mean.
incapable
If-
of
if
giving
the circum-
valid consent.
If the circumstances for consent are not actually there, you're raping the person.
It
Because
says,
the-
yeah.
Okay,
It says,
okay, I
the
get
term
it, I
rape
get
is
it.
sometimes used interchangeably with the term sexual assault.
Thank you.
Okay, I get
That's just honestly
Yeah.
what I mean, because you can't. If you couldn't sleep with that person under normal, just as you are, broski, all you that you're flashing.
No, at the end of the day,
let
if you're-
me finish. Let me land. All you broskis that are outside of the club with your Rolex and popping champagne and doing all this to try and coerce women to sleep with you, you look stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you're rapists for doing it, but you're feeding into a culture that allows
Like,
people
I'm
to
forcing
think
you
that
to
women
want
cannot
me.
think for
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
I was with a situation with a friend recently who brought two guys to her house. And she kept like basically saying that, oh, you can like talk to either one of them. But it was weird because I was like, why is it that it has to be that? Just because there's two guys, two girls, that it's by force that one of us has to hook up. It's not by force. It is not by force.
All I'm saying, yeah,
That's mad.
Listen, I'm never gonna be the kind of guy that's gonna condone you having to pay a chick to sleep with her in the first place.
No,
that's,
pay-
that's
No, but that's the extreme.
pain
Well, she's
is
I know, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying
Situation.
what my take on it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if you can't just sleep with a girl because
As
she
you.
wants to, as
Yeah.
you, I don't rate it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and
do you know what I mean?
shouldn't
Like, I don't rate it. Like,
and I think
But
anything above that, anything that involves you having to do anything other than being you to sleep with a girl, you should really question.
that's
yourself.
why, and
Yeah.
what you said is true. If you have to be a guy, you have to stunt to get girls to want to
Question
sleep with you.
yourself.
That's
You
dead.
probably
That's
have.
dead.
And this is the thing. Like I don't say this to sound spiritual yet. I say it to sound.
what-
Can I finish? Sorry.
Go on.
I say this to sound logical. The Bible says, yeah, it's the little foxes that ruin the vine. And what that actually means is that the little foxes will bite the root and destroy everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's these little things that spiral into the big acts
Yeah.
that are actually a problem.
Because-
when you have this culture of oh no, chase women regardless because they're always going to bend for you. What you said is correct. No, as in
You said the hell says.
People-
Not me. I'm
People
saying
say-
what people say that. I need
People
to.
do-
I need
people
to
do say that.
investigate them,
Basically
bro.
saying-
People
like,
do say
chasing-
that.
Catch
As in,
them.
no, people do say that, like chase women relentlessly
Yeah,
because
they
they all
do.
want it. They all want it secretly. No,
Wow,
we
I
don't. We're
need to
people. We can
find
think
these
for
people.
ourselves.
That's the concept of hard to get. Like she's playing hard to get
Exactly.
or whatever. Like it's the same
Someone
concept.
asked me on my live. I don't know if you were there when they said something like, "How do I get?" They asked me something like, "How do I get a girl to do something like that?"
Yeah.
And the answer is you can't. Like you actually can't. If you no, he said that he said something like, if I did that as a man, I'd be called a stalker. I'm like, if you're a man doing that to a girl that doesn't like you, you're called a stalker. It's not if you do it to a girl, you're a stalker.
Yeah.
I was talking about someone that girls show that they like guys by being around them. So if you're in a pub, girls will go and stand by guys to show that they're interested.
Yeah.
He was like, if I did that, I'd be called a stalker. No. Because
That's
trust
funny.
me, if Anthony Joshua was in my vicinity trying to get my attention, he's not a
true.
stalker.
Yeah.
He's not a stalker.
It's like
You like
if
a
you
bit of
talk to her,
Anthony
and she's
Joshua,
like,
do
there,
you?
yeah.
Bit of Anthony
There,
Joshua.
yeah. She likes
Anyway,
Anthony Joshua and Burna Boy.
Anyway, yeah, literally, she made it clear.
Yeah, it's very clear.
But what was I gonna say? So, have you guys heard of the Octavian situation?
Yeah.
Did you hear about it? What do you guys think? Because that's kind of why I brought that up and stuff. Like, what do you guys think of the situation?
He's weird anyway.
He's weird.
I don't know. I've heard
He's
bits and
been
pieces, but I
releasing-
don't know like the whole.
I don't know his music or anything. I just heard his
I
name.
knew his music, and I heard. Okay, what I know so far is that he was with his girlfriend
Becky.
and- is that her name?
No,
I
she's
don't
a
know her
Becky.
name. Oh, she didn't have good hair. Though. I'm joking.
Oh.
I was just joking.
There's no such thing as
obviously, it's
good
just a
hair, we
joke.
know,
I don't
come
even
on.
know what she looks like, but he
She's
was
a
being
Becky. I
abusive.
just told you.
He was abusive towards her. They lived together. He basically like manipulation. He hit her everything, and she had like videos of him hitting her, like her saying stop. And she came up with everything saying, okay, the week that his album was gonna drop, she came up with the messages with everything saying, I can't carry on like this. I'm gonna just let everybody know I don't want you to give your money to this type of person.
Yeah,
this is the type of
100%.
person that you're giving your money to, blah, blah, blah. Which I think is fair enough. Like he
How
went
long
on like
was how long was she with him?
I don't know how long they were together for. But it basically
Why'd you ask that?
It seemed that everything was going good.
Why'd you ask that?
Everything was going good.
Like, can I ask
and
you
at
this?
some point, someone can turn into a monster. Let me, because this guy, even though, okay, even his replies, the replies that he was saying was like, I don't care about all these people. He looks like he was on drugs, like
And
crazy.
also, bringing back to the point that I made, it doesn't matter how long, because like I said, the little foxes
You can
ruin
be
the
in a
vine.
relationship.
Yeah, but
Your husband
People
can rape
that
you.
are
Your husband can
abusers,
rape you,
people that are
like-
abusers, do not go and
You don't start
Go and
from
abuse.
I
from
know
the
that,
beginning.
but I just want to know about the situation. That's what I'm asking about.
Oh, so-
like with this situation, there's concrete evidence that he did.
Well, they were together for 3
3
years. You could talk.
that. But I'm saying, is there concrete evidence that he abused
Well,
her?
she had the video first of all
Of him hitting
when
her.
hitting her, kicking her out. and
Oh,
stuff.
well, then, yeah, that's a wrap.
But
That's
we
a
could
wrap
just see
then.
her running away, and some people were like, "Why are you recording? Like, if you're being hit, how do you have time to bring out your phone and stuff?" And you never know. Maybe
You don't know why.
it's happened. She said it's happened loads, and she's probably waiting for that chance. It makes sense. Like
What,
she's
was she a prisoner in the house,
Yes,
bruv?
because it's manipulation, psychological. Somebody can keep you down. He was paying for the house. They lived together. He was probably like providing
Yeah.
for her as well.
And
these things.
The thing is,
add
that
to
a
it.
lot of people don't realize with domestic abuse, like it's rare that you would find someone who's in a domestically abusive situation and they've not been together for a long time. There's just no way, because it actually takes
It doesn't
years.
start from the beginning.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It takes
Yeah,
years
yeah,
to be
yeah.
able to
Because
hit
you
someone.
need to build that attachment.
You need to
like,
build the
dependent.
attachment. You need to build the environment to make hitting normal.
Yeah,
That's what
true.
abusers do. They work up to making that
Let
behavior
me say
normal.
this another
Oh
thing.
my
Yeah,
God.
you're dealing with a girl and she's not cooperating. Let her go, fam.
But
It's a
even though-
simple thing.
how can
Listen,
you-
if you live by this as a guy,
Also,
you
please
and
do
if
not
you
listen,
describe
if
women
you
as
live
well.
by this,
I love you, please come back.
if
like,
you live like this as a
no.
guy, you do not waste time on girls that don't like you. You're gonna avoid a lot of problems.
No,
bruv.
at this
If
time-
if you as a guy, you get with a girl and she's not cooperating, she's not on
No,
your
but
plan,
they're together.
then let go
They
of
liked
her,
each
go,
other.
bruv.
They liked each other. They started a
No,
relationship.
but what I'm
They
saying,
was together for years.
if he was with her and it got to the point where he got so frustrated that he started hitting her or whatever, he shouldn't
No.
even have got to that. I'm just saying because all situations are different. I'm saying in general, yeah, as a guy, number one, if the girl's not on it, stop stalking, stop trying to text her and being harassing, stop. Yeah, and then if you are with a girl and then you start to find out that, you know, she's not cooperating or doing what you want and it's frustrating you so much that now you're getting angry, let her go.
Why
bruv.
is it the girl? The guy has issues
I
because
think,
he can be with another woman.
I think your perspective of it is a bit off,
it's a
only
bit
because
off. It's the guy,
he's
like
abusive. So there's a difference between hitting someone out of anger and being abusive. So domestic violence obviously can be the one-off that. It can be.
It can be
I
one.
got angry and I just hit her.
or just one relationship.
No, but I'm saying before you get to the
again
point of being an
and again
abuser.
and again.
But I'm saying you started
You're
somewhere.
already an abuser.
Like,
That's
okay,
what I'm
okay.
saying to
Let's say
There's a
okay, he
process.
leaves.
There's a process in
That's what I was
abusing
gonna
somebody.
say.
You first of all, maybe you start small. Like you build up to hitting. So at first you might be like, oh, don't you think that like, so let's say you're my abusive boyfriend, just for argument's sake, and Palumi's my friend. The first thing you'll do is like, oh, I don't think she's a good friend for you. Like, don't you think that da 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 da? And in the beginning, he probably was buying her all sorts, being sweet, doing this, da 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 da. Gain trust. Oh, but I care about you. That's why I don't want this person around you. Alienate friends, alienate family.
Yeah, I know the process.
Yeah, so I don't get why you would equate that to the same as
No, but I'm not
frustrated.
equating it. I'm saying
before
it's
it gets
like
there.
before you
That's
get
what
to
I
that
wanted to
point.
reply to.
Yeah.
But right. Okay, he'll get to that point somehow.
Because he's
Even
an
if he tries
abuser.
even if he
So you're
tries to
saying it's
avoid
in
it,
his
then
nature
It's
to
mental
the
be
next
illness.
person that he's gonna date. So the things that he needs to resolve, and I don't feel like there's no hope for people like if you feel like you've got those tendencies, there is hope. You just need to find help. And like if you recognize that your friend can be like that, then you need to make sure that obviously try to help them to get help and stuff like that. But some people are just far too gone.
Some people are too
but
far
it's
gone,
not
yeah.
the situation. It's not this relationship that's caused me to be like that. It's me.
It's the
in him
Because
or
I'll
it's
go
in him
to
or
another-
her. Because women abuse men as
I
well.
watched
Yeah.
this documentary on BBC. This woman that was like abusive to her partner. I don't know if they were married or not, but this man, literally, before he could get out of it, it was longer because a man isn't supposed to be abused according to our society, and it was so hard for him to even say it out with his mouth. And she made him isolate. Like she isolated him from his friends, his family. She used to beat him up. And I think the police came around one day and they were like trying to get him to talk and stuff because the neighbors would report stuff and he would never confess because he was that scared of her and scared of her as well because she would threaten him with like ridiculous things. And then once the police used to go to theirs constantly, and then once they went there and he said, come out to my car, I'll talk to you. They were dealing with her separate, and he was like battered, always battered, like it was that bad. So they saw evidence, but he would never confess to it. So the policeman was like, okay, I've turned off every recording device in here. Please just let me know, is she abusing you? And then he literally started confessing at that point. And she went to jail and everything. So it's just crazy because he's had other chances to escape it, like other chances where the police reassured him, it's fine, just tell us, his family members, just tell us. And he literally couldn't. Yeah. So that's what an abuser can do. Like, even if you are put in a safe space, they've got into your head so much.
Like I think about that all the time. Like, but it's not like people that are in abusive relationships. Like, they're not literally captive. So that's what I mean by like there's so much
mentally
in the mind
captive.
because they still go shops. They still go like. At what point you're not free to leave the house? Can you imagine the amount of skill it takes to make someone believe that they are imprisoned when they're not? Like,
that's mad.
Even if you not to equate it to like what black people have been through, but if you think of the years of mental enslavement that people are suffering from, that can happen very easily on a one-to-one level, especially if the person is physically stronger than you. Just make them afraid. That's actually a really good point. Slaves wouldn't run away out of fear, but they just had to stay. Do you know what I mean? Like that it's actually insane when you think of the power that some people can have over another person.
That's crazy.
Insane.
That's why you shouldn't give a fuck what no one thinks, bruv.
Why?
Yeah, like what?
Wait, what?
That's what I'm saying, man. She
Great-
give a
great
fuck what
point.
no one thinks, blood.
And on that note.
And on that note.